which versus of chose the West Coast game. This is a regional championship contest between the Lakeland Christian Vikings and the Carroll Day School Patriots. Let's meet the teams. First for Lakeland Christian is on scoreboard with a record of 19 wins and 10 losses. The non-starters, number 1, Cade Cotney. Number 2, Jake Fox. Number 4, Hunter Ward. Number 6, Reese Collins. Number 9, Cole Kramer. Number 11, Tyler Dines. Number 15, Bryce McDonald. Number 28, Shane Burke. Number 37, Zach Wolf. And number 39, Will Johnson. And the starters this evening for the Vikings. Number 13, the center fielder, Giovanni Kinagita. Number 3, the second baseman, Austin Brandon. DH tonight, number 25, Case Cannon. At first base, number 17, Cole Coughlin. Number 5, the left fielder, Brock Hutchinson. And right field, number 10, Nathan Smithers. At shortstop, number 7, Ty Evans. Playing third base, and on the mound, number 18. Now for Carroll Day, home on scoreboard with a record of 20 wins and 3 losses. And on starters, number 6, Nick Watts. Number 4, Charlie Owen. Number 13, Will Bryson. Number 9, Christian Bridges. Number 11, Paige McCourt. Number 14, Chanel Senator II. Number 18, Will Gordon. Number 3, Danny DeSalo. Number 20, Jay Groby. Number 7, Shelton Porter Jr. And number 21, Damian Renault. And the starters for the Vikings, at third base, number 5, Rodrigo Montenegro. The second baseman, number 12, Blake Cooper. Number 15 in right field, Frank Fury. And right fielder, number 1, Rock. At first base, number 19, Andrew Hennessy. And center fielder, number 8, Kyle Benedict. At shortstop, number 2, Dylan Baker. Catching tonight, number 17, Noah Hall. And on the mound, number 10, Cooper Davey Parker. Yes, for this time, you please rise, pay your quiet respects and attention. This is our great nation with the flames of national anthem.
And with introductions out of the way, Jared Johnston in a makeshift booth of sorts. We're going to make it work here tonight at the AV Leagues. solo cameraman, Jared Johnson, as well. We're going to have a great time here at the 3A regional final against the Lakeland Christian Vikings. Your Patriots tonight face off against them. Starting pitcher on the mound for the Carroll Day School Patriots, Gabriel Partridge, undefeated in this regular season play. Outfield rounded out by Zach Watts, Kyle Benedict, and on the left side, number 15, Frank Fury. Patriots in their last go-around with the Vikings won 8-7 in dramatic fashion, you could say. They won in the bottom of the 7th inning, scoring 5 runs with a walk-off single to win the district championship at home at the Wagner Athletic Complex.
Coming to the plate for Lakeland Christian. The center fielder, number 13, Henry.
First pitch for Partridge. That's a ball outside. Giovanni Canagita to start for the Vikings. He did not last time, but here he is today in this regional final. Swing with contact. The umpire appears that they're saying there was a double touch. And Partridge on the mound yet again, the first at-bat of this game. It's a strike and 2-2 is the count. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout for Partridge. That's the first out of this match against the Vikings. A stellar start for the Patriots at the top of the first. First pitch low. Partridge gets a strike there just at the end of the strike zone. Contact high up into right field. Fury to field. Second out. Caught. Case Hannum, not to be confused with Case Keenum of the Daniel Broncos in the National Football League, FHSA Baseball, Region 3A. In the third at bat for number 3. and that's a strike. That's the ball. Rounds out the count at 2-1. Contact high, up to right, but foul into the little drainage pond we call Haven Bend. It's through the infield, and that'll be the first base for Austin Branham, fielded by Zach Watts. Patriots still in a safe position with 2 outs. Look to close out top of the first here. One contact foul, now the count 0-2 for number 6, Reese Collins. Fouled up high and right. Still 0-2, keeping in this count, Reese Collins. Pitch from Partridge. Let to go foul by Torres, a smart play. And back to first, Branham will go. That throw from the infield there closes out the top of the first 3 outs. Nearly perfect inning. The Patriots look to capitalize, get a score early in the bottom of the first.
Gaglione landing.
to the plate for Carrollwood Day School. The third baseman, number 5, Rodrigo Montenegro.
Montenegro at the top of the order for the Patriots. The first pitch is a strike for the starting pitcher of the Vikings, Griffin Ryan. Count now at 2-1. Again, another fun fact from the Patriots. Rodrigo Montenegro's name in English, literally translated from Spanish, Roderick Black Mountain. Aside from that, we saw that pitch there from Griffin Ryan go to another ball, and the count's 3-1. That pitch high and away, and now Montenegro gets on base for the Patriots.
Blake Hooker.
It's low, the swung there. Strike 2 for Blake Hooker. Run away, Montenegro going for a steal, makes it at second base. Hooker still at home plate. No outs for the Patriots. And good running position early into the first. High fly ball up. It'll go over the netting and into the crowd. Souvenir for some lucky fan. Contact there, goes out into left field, but Montenegro chooses to stay at third. First and third, Hooker and Montenegro in that order, and a chance to score for the Patriots.
Number 15, Frank Fieri.
contact foul for Fury. Count's going to be 0-1. Swinging and miss to second is Hooker. Now Fury back home, and he is tagged out. Or should I say safe? Patriots aroused with celebration now. 1-0 is the lead. Not a different sight from their last game against this team. Slow and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Fury. Back to second. Hooker almost caught there. But a heads up play by him. We're now still at second base. With Fury out. There's only 1 out. And now Zach Watts up to bat. Hooker with some big leadoffs there. Safe every time. Hooker now wild throw. He's going to third, diving, and safe play from Hooker now at third base. No one else on with him, but with 1 out, 1 run, it looks like the Patriots are ready for a second. Hooker with a big leadoff home. That tipped foul to a little bit to the right and away. Watts still at bat. Dropped by the Vikings catcher. Hooker with a big leadoff still. Same as he did on second, now on third, looking to get to home plate. Swing and a miss. Watts is out, 2 down, 1 to go if you're the Vikings. Patriots with 1 on third don't want to come up empty-handed, though they've already gotten 1. big man Andre Hevesy up to bat. That first pitch is strike. There's contact there into center field. Hooker going to home plate, but it will not matter as Hevesy is outed at first base. Patriots still with a solid start, getting within 1 run ahead of these Vikings. That number significantly, and oddly enough, that number they beat the Vikings by in their district final. This being the Region 3A final, the winner of this goes to the Final Four FHSAA tournament in Fort Myers, Florida. Those games will be held on May 23rd, May 24th, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. Up to bat for the Vikings, now number 5, Brock Hutchinson. Partridge quickly getting that first out. Ball 1 in the second at-bat of the second inning. Top of the second it is. And that one, strike. That's high and fair. Benedict diving for it, and he makes the play. Poise from this outfield here. Benedict, sharp heads-up play. 2 outs for the Patriots. Or should I say the Vikings. Those 2 outs caught by the Patriots. A third run will send them into the bottom of the second. That's strike 1. Swing and a miss, and strike 2 for Partridge. He is on a roll.
Are you doing it from iPad?
Yeah, no one else showed up. We had to last resort.
Okay, cool. I was gonna say get a little zoom in that you can't see it.
Yeah, no, we can't. The stand slanted upwards. So after some talk from a fan here at Carrollwood Day School, we want some Zoom. Unfortunately, the Zoom we cannot provide with this stand. A little bit of technical difficulties, but a game we see on hand today. Regional 3A Finals, if you're just joining us, Jared Johnson in a makeshift booth of sorts again, out here in the bleachers of the Wagner Athletic Complex.
Coming to the plate for your Patriots, the center fielder, number 8, Kyle Benedict.
Kyle Benedict, 6th in the order, look to start things off right, just as they did in the bottom of the first. That pitch from the pitcher, Griffin Ryan, was low, and it kind of chokeholded there on Kyle Benedict, but he avoids getting hit by that pitch. They called it a strike, though. Another swing, another strike, strike 2. That's contact there into the infield. Infielded by Austin Brennan to the first baseman. That's the first out of the second.
The catcher for Carrollwood Day School, number 17. The shortstop for Carrollwood Day School, number 2, Dylan Baker.
The athletic director for Carrollwood Day School, Baker Mabry, with that PSA there. Dylan Baker up to bat. Nice and low, change there, swinging was Baker. Count 0-1. And that one's high. Looks like he'll dive for it, but he won't. Brock Hutchinson to field that play and leave Baker at first. And from what I can hear in the outfield, he said he got it. And do I think, now seeing that he got it? I think the opposite. Up now at bat should be Noah Torres as we wait the second pitch for the second at bat. Or should I say first pitch for this second at bat for Torres. Swinging, this has popped up high. But relaxing is Giovanni Canigita to make that catch. And that'll be the second out of the inning. Keeping Baker at first. It's a wild pitch there. Baker will easily make it to second base. 2 outs. He might look to get aggressive here. Why wouldn't it hurt? by ball 2 in the count, 2-1. That was fouled out wide. One of the Lakeland Christian players caught that barehanded. A good catch there. Partridge still at bat 2-2. And that's a strikeout for Griffin Ryan. Patriots held at bay here at the bottom of the second, winning 1-0 still. We'll go to the top of the third with Partridge still to pitch, Torres still to catch, and the team intact. And zooming out and keeping our attention to the Hayes Family Gymnasium, we see the new pavilion Dr. Ryan Kelly has initiated for Carroll Day School students. This pavilion to be used as a multi-purpose facility to eat lunch, wrestle, and play basketball. Let's give a round of applause to Ryan Kelly for those of you watching on your computer screens tonight. Top of the third, first pitch from Partridge. Low, strike, in the strike zone from Partridge. This one's popped up high, Benedict going back for it. He sees it clearly though. Sun in his eyes does not phase him blind. First out, top of the third. Swing or miss there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kanan Bennett up to bat. outside was Partridge, the first ball this at bat. High outside again, ball 2. Giovanni Canigita, top of the order for the Vikings. Three balls, one strike for Partridge. Contact, fly ball, and now a full count for Canigita. Inside and away. Canigita for the walk.
The second baseman,
2 outs.
present 15,
Now the
green,
second
Austin
baseman, second to bat. I believe that will be Austin Brand. It's contact up through center, both infielders diving, and they could not get that. Hooker and Baker, the shortstop and the second baseman, just couldn't get to that one. Now 2 base runners for the Vikings, and it looks as if Torres and Partridge will have a little bit of a meeting. Commence to it. Thinking about it yet again is Torres. At bat now is number 25, Case Hannum. Hooker anticipating that there. And great from Blake Hooker there. He saw the play, shifted to the left, made the ground ball play. 3rd out for the Patriots. And now the Vikings leave empty-handed at the top of the 3rd. Bottom of the 3rd awaits us. The Patriots soon to bat.
Baseman, number 5, Rodrigo Montenegro.
Montenegro at bat yet again. He did great his first time. Second time, can he replicate that success? Here's the first pitch. And that'll hit him. Somewhat of a lucky strike there. Now he's on base 2 times and 2 times at bat. It's a good start that they needed for the Patriots. People on base. And now the second person to bat in this 3rd inning. Third could bear a great offense. Only time will tell. And welcome back to the stream after some technical difficulties. Back live. Montenegro looking to third, but that foul up high, back to the left side, with the backstop. Swing and a miss, 2 outs. Montenegro still at second.
Batting cleanup for the Blue score.
That was low ball 1. Count. Swing and a miss after an early blunder, putting Montenegro on first with a walk. Pitcher number 18, Griffin Ryan, standing strong, the senior at 6'4". Montenegro stealing, and that is safe for Gabriel Montenegro. Ken Akins, the head coach of the Patriots, urging Montenegro on. All it takes is 1, but with 2 outs, it's going to take quite a feat from Zach Watts. Gets contact there, but he'll get thrown out at first, and that's the ending of the 3rd. Rounding us out, we'll go to the 4th, and I'll be back soon, folks.
At the top of the 4th, it's Patriots this week. Welcome to the Blue. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our fans and how you doing? We're in the 4th. Where are your videos? Thank you.
With contact there on the hit. Thrown out by Montenegro. One out in the top of the fourth. Thrown straight down the middle, strike from Partridge. At bat is number 5, Brock Hutchinson for the Vikings. That pitch with contact to the outfield, refielded by Zach Watts. And the safe at first, Brock Hutchinson, with one out, top four. Contact there into the field. Hooker to field it and to first base. Hevesy for the catch. 2 outs for the Patriots. And 1 man on second base for the Vikings. Swing and a miss there from number 7, Ty Evans. At second was Partridge. This one bombed high up into right field. Frank Fury looking at it, gets the job done. Now we're down to the bottom of the fourth for the Patriots. Score still at 1-0.
The first baseman for Federal High School, number 19, Andre Hevesy.
Swing and a miss on that first pitch for Hevesy. Count 0-1. Another strike. Hevesy is out.
The center fielder for your Patriots, number 8, Kyle Benedict.
Caught and thrown out at third. That pitch low. And ball 2. Dylan Baker up to bat. That's a walk for Dylan Baker. 2 outs.
Your catcher, Federal High School, number 17, Noah Torres.
CDS catcher Noah Torres up to bat. Big swing, big miss there. 0-1 the count.
pitcher for your Patriots, number 10, Katie Partridge. First to run for the catch is on the throw, Charlie Owens.
Two runners, first and second.
Scored from the beginning. Period is for one. Lakers Bristol 0. Number 13, Ryan Jenkins. for Lakeland Christian number 12, Kaden Bennett.
Maybe. Mhm. We apologize for the technical difficulties here. I'm informed by our AV League technicians here that this is a radio broadcast. I see picture on my end, but not yours. And so, with that being said, Jared Johnston, the only one here tonight, top of the fifth. Vikings are down by 1. The Patriots up by 1. 1 out. Partridge still on the mound. This is a close one here. Welcome, new subscriber there. We see that we're getting more views here as we turn on the voices. Lay back, relax, and enjoy some CDS baseball. Again, we apologize we did not have film for this, though. We hope that my voice will be enough to hopefully deliver the news of a positive Patriots ending. Right now, the weather holding up so far. Storm clouds all around. Very shady. We'll look to see if that holds up. If not, we'll have to close down the stream, but right now, we're going to keep it running for our viewers on hand. Again, at the mound is still Partridge, and at bat for Lakeland Christian is number 3, Austin Branham. Partridge looking at Torres, and now Branham. A wild pitch here, bouncing. Torres can't find it. And Jake Fox gets the second base. 2 outs for the Patriots on the Vikings right now. They'll look to close out this inning without Fox scoring. That's a pitch swung up high over the netting and foul. There's contact there into the infield, fielded by Hooker. Throw to first. Hevesy catches. 3 outs. And the Patriots down to the bottom of the 5th, still up by 1. Again, if you're just joining us, Jared Johnson on this call. If you're wondering why you have a black screen, this is our first official AV League live radio broadcast. For radio, this is quite interesting. A baseball game, the Regional 3A final. These two teams, the Lakeland Christian Vikings and the Carroll Day School Patriots, met in the District 3 final. Patriots ended up winning in dramatic fashion, 8-7, the walk-off single. They were losing 7-3 in that bottom of that 7th inning, and a heroic comeback from that team that now sees themselves up by 1 in a tight game at the Wagner Athletic Complex. Up at bat is Gabriel Montenegro, and still pitching for the Vikings side is number 18, Griffin Ryan. Ryan and Partridge have been pitching throughout the whole game. Partridge still looking to keep the Vikings blanked. Montenegro shrugging that one off for a ball dropped down. Second pitch from Ryan is a strike, and now the count is 1-1. Pitch from Ryan down low and away. Ball 2, 1 strike. First at bat of the bottom of the 5th. Patriots still up by 1 yet again, if you guys are just tuning in. That pitch and off speed there. Caught Montenegro off guard, but it's still a ball, 3-1 to count. That's a strike. We got a full count here. No one on base. Montenegro still up to bat. There's contact there. Bounce caught from Ryan and thrown out at first is Montenegro. Good try to stay in that at bat. Montenegro just couldn't get the end there. And to put it quite frankly, I cannot paint a vivid picture for you. The sun is setting, but the clouds are out. Thunderstorms about, but it'll be bright skies for the winner victorious tomorrow. This one's popped up way up. Fly ball out. Looking at it still. And he misses. It's an error from number 5, Brock Hutchinson.
Double!
And that's a double for Hooker, trying to look for a triple, but he gets to second base. And clearly a little phased by that. Brock Hutchinson, that ball popped up very high, and now Hooker with a chance to give his team a larger lead.
With that question being out, that kid almost came over the
Hooker with a large leadoff chooses to stay at second. Now at bat is number 15, Fury for the Patriots. That's Ryan trying to catch Hooker there, but Hooker, sharp eye, stays safe on second. That bounces low. Another ball, ball 2 on the count. pitch by Ryan again is another ball. 3-0 the count. Looking pretty favorable for number 15, Frank Fury. He'll be looking to get on base with Blake Hooker as well. It's called the strike. 3-1 is the count for Ryan. His team still down by 1 run. The only run scored by the Patriots. This one's popped up high into right field and caught by number 13, Giovanni Canagita. Hooker tags up, gets the third, 2 outs. Similar situation as we saw in the third inning for the Patriots. We'll see if Hooker can cash in. And Watts has a chance to come in real clutch for this Patriots team. Bottom of the 5th inning. 2 outs. Number 1 at bat. Zach Watts, that's low. He's not squeaked through the catcher there. Pitcher Griffin Ryan looking at his option. Still has Watts at bat. The count's 1-0. That hits Watts in the shoulder. 2 base runners now, 2 outs. First base Watts. Third base Montenegro. And now at bat should be Andre Hevesy. Hevesy coming at 6'4", the big man, senior for the Patriots team. A lot of seniors on the team. Did not want to make it their last season here. A bummer. They have a chance to make it to the state Final Four, as I said earlier. The state Final Four, which is run by the FHSAA, will be in Fort Myers, Florida on May 23rd and 24th. Here's Ryan for the pitch. Hevesy showing bunt, does not, strike 1. And here comes the pitch from Ryan. Slow, looking to go. It's Watts, he gets there easily. Smart play, seeing the shortstop and the second baseman spread out in the infield. Watts takes advantage. So there's 2 outs. It's good to take a risk. Base runners in second and third. The hit would send at least one of them into home plate. Contact there. Running is Watts, but it'll be Hevesy out at first. Yet again, it's been the story of this game. All the time, the Patriots that have base runners go to waste with 2 outs. And then get caught at first base yet again. But now a fresh start. Top of the 6th, and time is running out for the Lakeland Christian Vikings. Their cup run could soon come to an end. Decent weather here at the Wagner Athletic Complex. A little bit of a drizzle, but that won't stop us here right now on the AV Livestream Network. Patriots live action against the Lakeland Christian Vikings, the FHSAA 3A Regional Final. Patriots came into this game 23-3. The Lakeland Christian Vikings came in 19-10. Both teams very even in statistical comparisons, and they'll look to be that way throughout. We're now at the top of the 6th, and it's neck and neck with the Patriots, as I said before, lead 1-0. We hear sirens in the background, an emergency vehicle, but that is not for us. We're glad we're all safe here today at Carrollwood Day School, where caring is common. Little huddle here for the infielders. Pitcher still at the mound, Gabriel Partridge. His arm's not tired yet. He'll look to keep the Vikings off the scoreboard. Partridge with that first pitch, a good one, strike one. And up at bat for the Lakeland Christian Vikings is number 25, Case Hannum. Third in the order for that Vikings team. Pitch from Partridge. Another pitch, a swing and a miss. That's 0-2. It's good first at bat, top of the 6th. This one's high and away. Torres, smart on him for catching that one. There's no base runners, no outs, but a man at home plate waiting to strike that baseball. 2-2 is the count. He is struck out by Partridge. That's the first out of this inning. Ball goes round and round till we see it go back to Partridge on the mound. There's contact there going in the infield, fielded by Hooker to first base, Andre Hevesy, and that's the second out of this 6th inning. Now up to bat is number 5, Brock Hutchinson. Later in the 5th inning, he made an error. Would not cost the Vikings a run. Got very close though. Pitch from Partridge. That one, a questionable call there, but the referee, or should I say umpire, in this baseball that we see here today, 1-1 the count. Swing that'll go way up and over to our friends at Haven Bend, a small neighborhood area in the Carrollwood municipality. Two outs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strike could end this inning, but it goes down and away. Torres to catch it. Count is 2-2 for Brock Hutchinson at bat. Partridge looks to catch Hutchinson's swinging the high pitch up and away, but the count is now full. And we can see what we have here next. Only if we could tell. A swing and a miss. And that's Partridge to close out this 6th. Deceptive tactics from Gabriel Partridge. Trying to get him a swing up and away. The 3rd strike low and away. Bottom of the 6th, the Patriots would look to lengthen that lead before the top of the 7th, which would be King's last chance to get on the scoreboard and quite possibly their only hope at making it to a state final. As we break to the bottom of the sixth soon, we'd like to give a shout out to all of our physics scholars studying tonight in the 10th grade and all of our grade levels, which calls the ricochet and a downslide, a massacre of sorts, but I'm still here. Many people could not make it. Final exams coming up. Carrollwood Day School, School of Character, these character-esque scholars getting their work done above all else. Of course, me being the linguist and the individual I am, I do not take physics. I'm here tonight to provide you in-game content, and now the bottom of the sixth starts. Number 8 at bat, Kyle Benedict, the center fielder for the Patriots. Low and away, ball 1. That one's up from the pitcher yet again, ball 2, thrown by Griffin Ryan. Swung in close to Benedict, shrugs it off, count 3-0. It's a good looking situation for Kyle Benedict. His batting stance calls for waving that bat high in the air. Deceptive tactic that did not work on that pitch to count 3-1. This one hung up high into right field. Calling it, catching it was number 10 for the Vikings, Nathan Smothers. Surely smothered that one. Only 1 out for the Vikings, 2 left to go if they want to close out the bottom of this 6th inning. Up next to bat will be Dylan Baker. Couple pitches here, one down and away, bouncing away. Catcher controls it. The count is 1-1 for Dylan Baker. There's 1 out on the scoreboard right now. Straight down the middle, a strike for Griffin Ryan. Swing, but what seems to be either foul or double hit. Count is 1-2. There's contact there. Thrown into center field, bouncing. Kanagita makes the play. And Benedict to first. Good play from Benedict to get to first base with 1 out. Now up next will be Nora Torres, the catcher for this CDS squad. Bounces up and away. We'll see Dylan Baker get to second base. He stole that one there. In easy fashion there. He did not need to slide on the play. Play would not have spluttered up either. For we have a nice AstroTurf field here at Carrollwood Day School, the Wagner Athletic Complex. Kind contributions from the Swain family, Scagliones, and the Wagner family, to name a few. Some caring donations, which exhibit caring, infectious type of disease, but a good disease. here at Carrollwood Day School because caring is common everywhere. Aside from that note, a note from our school to yours. A note from our team to yours. The Carrollwood Day School Patriots are up by 1 in this game. If you're just tuning in late, or if you're tuning in back and forth from the Lightning game watching commercials. But, baseball game, FHSAA Region 3 final. Region 3A, I should say, here at the Wagner Athletic Complex on hand. These two teams met in the district final. The Vikings lost 8-7 to the Carrollwood Day School Patriots. On call tonight is Jared Johnson, the only one here today, and a makeshift booth of sorts, I say again. Standing here outside, field side, near the bleachers, waiting for a home run, if any, but a run still counts too. One of those awarded to the Patriots after scoring on home plate. The Vikings have not gotten close to that number yet. Again, Jared Johnson with the call, the pitching change, which is what I thought I saw. We did have a delay for quite a long time. And that new pitcher is Brock Hutchinson. He recently played in the outfield, made an error. Will look to be error-free on the pitching mound here. Bottom of the sixth, 1 out, he takes in hand. Patriots with a runner on second, that's Dylan Baker with a big leadoff. And the pitch from Hutchinson down and away. Baker tags up as we see number 17 for the Patriots at bat, Noah Torres. This one hit up, fouled into the Vikings bench. Should I say dugout? Forgive me if I'm not familiar with this sport. Taking his time here is Hutchinson with the 1-2 count. The pitch comes through, contact there, and that's fair. Fair from Torres, and coming home is Baker quite easily. Torres can get to second. And that's a clutch play from our catcher committed to Christian Brothers University. The senior could have very well likely put a cap on this. Right now, Charlie Owen, the pinch runner for Noah Torres, not as swift as he used to be. Second base, some running area to make up. If he wants to get to home base, is Charlie Owen. Only 2 bases to get there. Up to bat is Gabriel Partridge, the pitcher, the 9-hole. We'll see what he can do here. Hutchinson looking at options. He almost saw Charlie Owen try to steal. He tagged up again. And we've been saying the score is 1-0 the whole time since the bottom of the first. Bottom of the sixth, that score is doubled. 2-0 Patriots against the Vikings. With a runner on second, one out. Owen on second. Charlie Owen, that is. Partridge is still at bat. The count 1-1 for him. Owen gets back to the second base just in time. He has a heavy leadoff. Looking to catch him is Hutchinson to make up some ground with only one out and a man on second. Swing and a miss there from Partridge. Owen still on second. Low and away, the catcher does a good job for the Vikings there. Seal that one up. Charlie Owen still at second. With one out, he can play fairly conservative here if he's looking to steal. This third base steal play to make. Way outside again, but we have a full count here for Partridge. Can either go the wrong way or the right way for the Patriots, a walk or an out. Partridge can see what he makes of it. He's been held into this at-bat for quite a while now. And again, Charlie Owen still on second. Pinch running for Noah Torres, who got an RBI. Batting in the second run of the night. Low and away, Hutchinson with 3 consecutive balls. He sees Partridge as a liability rather than an asset, choosing to walk him with one out. A strategic play. And now Gabriel Montenegro comes up with poise here. One out. He's made some strategic defensive plays at third base. Now he has the chance to make something happen. That's batted up and fair ball. Kanagita throwing it in, and we have loaded bases at the Wagner Athletic Complex. Right away, Montenegro making impact. He gets up to bat. I guess his batting song was only a little bit of that. Now up to bat is Blake Hooker, the junior, at 5'10". He has bases loaded with one out. We could see a sacrifice fly or something better. Holding back is Blake Hooker. And ball one for the Patriots. Flashes of lightning all around. We can hear the thunder. Tampa Bay Lightning are playing tonight, but that is not what we see on hand. FHSAA Region 3A Final. Baseball, here we go. Down low again, Hutchinson cracking under pressure like the Hoover Dam. Ball 2, no strikes. Blake Hooker will take his time, stepping up to the plate, checking in, checking out, checking in yet again. There's contact there. It will be called foul for Hooker. Pinch runner at second, Chavez Somerville. Number 14 for the Patriots. Number 4, another pinch runner, Charlie Owen at third base, and Montenegro getting himself at first with that single. That's up high. Hooker will let it go. Counts 3-1. Pitch there from Hutchinson. That looks to be a strike. From my vantage point, the umpire has the final call. It's a walk. Hutchinson just nowhere to go right now. Much like a goaltender in hockey, the light's shining upon you. You're the only one that can change the game. If you make a mistake, everyone sees it. And with loaded bases, a walk. That walk resulted in the score for Charlie Owen. Now the Patriots up by 3. The Vikings have no runs so far. Partridge, the pitcher for the Patriots, number 10, has done a tremendous job in doing so. The Vikings will take a short break right now. Regroup, the outfielders in a powwow, and the infielders with a chit-chat as we see a new pitcher come in. On the mound, warming up for the Lakeland Christian Viking is Cade Contney. Contney wearing number 1, sporting that number for this game. 1 signifies being their only answer to bring this back. He'll look to close out this innings for the Vikings as they have a fighting chance at the top of the 7th. The Patriots would look to do the opposite and close them out. Now Frank Fury up to bat, number 15. Testing the new picture, Costney. Cade Costney. Somerville with a heavy leadoff, but he can take that chance with the deep infield play from the Vikings. That pitch is thrown low and away. Fury still at the plate. Count is 1-1. And there's contact there from Fury. That rolls into the outfield. And Chavez Somerville will score. And this night only gets better and better for the Carrollwood Day School Patriots. 4-0. Watts up to bat. His second time in this inning. Tells a little bit of a tale here and how this game has gone. Only a recent string of events has brought this game from a 1-run lead to 4. Still 1 out on the board. Watts swinging and missing there, the count 1-1. Ball swung deep into the dirt there, the count 2-1. straight down the middle for Kosny, a strike and 2-2. That's swung at, and Watts will be struck out. Second out and first out, really, in a while for this Vikings side. The Vikings has faced this Carroll Day School Patriots team twice before this go-around. They saw their last match ending in an 8-7 loss. Their match before that, a 10-0 thumping. Contact there from number 19, Andre Hevesy, but the ball is foul out of play. This Patriots lead right now looking a lot like their first game against the Vikings, where they won 10-0 in an away matchup. Kosny not playing all of his cards right now. He'll look to have a nice poker face here. As a slight drizzle comes down on the field, Swain Field, that is. Outside, and the count is even at 1-1. And we're glad to be back. After disconnecting shortly, we see the rain coming down. Not very heavy, though it may seem so. Even if you aren't getting hit by the rain in your own home, the comfort of your own home, your digital screen in front of you, I for one am. One sacrifice made for many, as I tell the tale of this baseball game. That is the third out for the Lakeland Christian Vikings. Top of the seventh we go. The Vikings stand one fighting chance to try to get back into this game. The Patriots, with a 3-run outing in the bottom of the sixth, make it 4-0, lengthening their lead from 1 to 4. Top of the seventh, they now have a chance at a state Final Four appearance. Would be the first for many of these players on this squad. And what an honor for any team to be top 4 in the state of Florida. So we take a short break. We will relocate our radio stream to safe cover as we continue the coverage in the last inning of this game. After some difficulties here relocating our stream, we are back live with radio telecast. Contact there in the top of the seventh. One out for the Vikings and only 2 to try to make it back to a 4 lead stretch. You may hear an inordinate mumbling right now, but my voice will 4-0 the lead for the Carroll Day School Patriots. 7th inning, the top of that, and number 7 for the Lakeland Christian Vikings. Number 7 for that team is Ty Evans. He'll look to turn the table against the pitcher Partridge, who has pitched 7 innings so far. And to the count, no runs given up. Partridge stepping up another pitch here, down low and away, but still caught by Torres. The count 3-1 at this at bat for Ty Evans. thrown straight down the middle. Now full count we see. Gabriel Partridge looking to get the second out of this inning. Only 2 away from a state Final Four appearance. And tipped up high, Partridge running for it, but over the foul screen it goes. And a souvenir for one lucky fan. If so, we can find in monthly.
I said so white. Uh-oh.
And we're pleased to reconnect to you with this game. May come down to a close. 2 strikes to count 0-2 for number 12 on the Vikings, Kanan Bennett. Bennett staying in this count with 2 outs. And Partridge looks to send his team to the state Final Four in Fort Myers. That pitch up and away. An easy play for Partridge to make. Not a risk to take. Count 1-2 for Bennett. 2 outs. Patriots lead 4-0, top of the 7th, with a chance to win. Another pitch by Partridge, down a ball. Count 2-2 for Kanan Bennett. Last time, bottom of the 7th, in their district final, Patriots scored 5 runs to come back in dramatic fashion. Now with 2 outs, top of the 7th, Vikings seem like all hope is lost. Only Kanan Bennett can change the story. A swing and a miss, and the Patriots are going to your state Final Four. They're going to Fort Myers, Florida, and the Patriots now to celebrate. A championship run not to be over yet, but the regional finalists and the championship Patriots, they are victorious. A time to celebrate. Gloves fly high, hats are gone, and only the team out at center. A time to reminisce upon this game and the storybook season they have had. The Vikings, as they see their team with a great stellar season, they see their season come to a close. A key token of sportsmanship we see out here at center field, with both teams shaking hands after each playoff game. A show of respect for playing the sport of baseball. It appears we had more people tune in to see and hear. I'm the bearer of great news that the Carrollwood Day School Patriots are your 3A regional champions. They will go on to the Final Four in Fort Myers, Florida, and they will look to capture the state title crown. Water bottles of Gatorade rather than champagne sprayed into the air in celebration. AstroTurf instead of grass. Water bottles instead of champagne, but that does not replace the vigor and the sense of accomplishment this Patriots team has held and felt as they clinch their chance to go to the state Final Four championship. The team lines up on the mound. They'll take a group photo as they have just won the regional championship trophy. And with that kind note ending this, Baker Mabry for the trophy presentation. To be awarded first, this token of appreciation for the team that came out all the way to Carroll Day, the Lakeland Christian Vikings will be given the regional finalist trophy. One time I called it the participation trophy. During a regional championship of a volleyball game, the Carroll Day School Patriots prevailed in that one. In this regional final, Patriots as well. Partridge, the starting pitcher for Carroll Day, did not give up any innings. A nearly perfect game. And now, Carroll Day, to hoist their trophy up high, a trophy you've earned. Respect, dedication, poise, dignity, and now a sense of brotherhood. All up in arms, celebration from the Carroll Day School Patriots. And we'll leave you with that much as the Lakeland Christian Vikings walk away in disgust. Jared Johnson had the call today, but before we leave, we'd just like to thank Carroll Day School and the administration support they gave us throughout the whole year in launching our first year of live streams. We were greatly appreciative of everything the school has done for the AV League, and we'll look to produce more great work for all of our subscribers and everyone around the world. With this being our last live stream of the year, I was pleased to direct, film, and commentate it for you, as we had a happy ending for it as well. And from the Wagner Athletic Complex, I say this one last night to you, Patriot Nation, and I will say it again. I hope you had a great game and a great showing, our first historic radio broadcast in the AV League. Patriots won 4-0, top of the 7th. They closed it out. They win the Regional 3A final. They go to states. We cannot film states, so we are here. And again, as I said before, I will say this one last time. Thank you for watching, and good night, Patriot Nation.